Hi folks, this is Eric Janesco with Maximum Acceleration, and I just wanted to send out this quick message as a follow-up to those of you that registered for the NAMB National program. I wanted to share with you some of what we accomplished at the conference and give you some quick tips on how to power up your business for 2014. So whether you attended the event or not, whether you were able to actually make it out or whether you made it to all the sessions or not, I know that there was a lot of things going on and you may not have been able to catch every session that you wanted to. So I thought I'd spend just a quick couple of minutes here to give you a couple of quick highlights to what you can accomplish and what we had the opportunity to take the audience through at the NAMB National Conference. And by the way, I'm going to be introducing this little by little chunks over the next couple of days that we're going to be sending out to you so that you can implement each step of the puzzle one piece at a time. You see, one of the things that we did as part of our planning summit, the Planning to Win Maximum Growth Summit, that was the last couple of hours of the NAMB National Conference, we helped you take all of those concepts, ideas, and resource tools. And whether you had to fly out early on Monday night and you weren't able to stick around for that conference, or whether you weren't able to attend the conference at all, one of the things you noticed is that you were able to get a copy of a conference notebook. And in that conference notebook, we helped you capture best ideas from each session and really drill them down into specific key ideas that you wanted to make sure you implemented throughout 2014. And then as we went through the implementation planning summit, we helped you drill that down into action items that would help you create a plan. See, what we wanted to help you do was actually build a strategic growth plan for 2014 that you can use in your business. Now, the problem with most strategic planning programs is that they're fundamentally broken. If you've ever heard of like a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, the only challenge with that is it's a highly reactive process. It's looking at where you are and how to go just a couple of steps better. So what we challenge people to do and what we learned over the last 9+ years of coaching well over 2,500 individual loan officers through this process is that you have to begin with the end in mind. You have to picture a bigger vision. So it's the first step in our 5-step process. It's kind of like, but another way of looking at it is, for example, let's say I want to go to Chicago and I'm in the Midwest somewhere. Well, I've got a couple of different routes I could take. I could go through the rural northern Missouri, Hannibal, and on up to 72 over to Springfield and then on up to Chicago. It's going to be a beautiful, very pleasant drive. The only challenge is I'll lose cell coverage quite a bit through the first couple of hours of that drive. The other option I've got is I could take the route of going the more urban route right down the heart of I-70, right through the heart of St. Louis and on up to Chicago. Now, I'll have great coverage cell phone-wise throughout the journey, but if I hit at the wrong time, I'm going to be stuck in the gridlock of rush hour around St. Louis. So once I've determined what my ultimate vision is and my goal, then I can work backwards to identify the route that's going to get me there the best. And then from there can drill down to the turn-by-turn directions and how to navigate those complicated intersections. So that's what we do as the first step in our assessment, planning, and execution process. In our coaching system, that's what we help you do, is identify where are you, where do you want to go, and what are the best routes to get you there. The problem with most coaching programs is they get stuck in the assessment and planning phases because they don't have the tools to allow them to build the plan and drill it all the way down to the runway level execution, turn-by-turn direction guidance. So that's one of the reasons we built the 5-phase transformational growth process that we call the Power Transformational Growth System. Of course, the step we're going to talk about today is purpose, personal goals, and vision. You see, purpose is all about beginning with the end in mind and starting with that perfect picture of what you want your business and life to look like. So as part of our Planning to Win Summit, my good friend and mentor, Renee Rodriguez, shared with you how to begin to connect with and define your personal goals and vision of success, your why, your reason for doing this business. And as Renee walked people through a transformational experience, we helped them identify what their personal goals are. Like, for example, me, and this is something that Renee helped me come to terms with many, many years ago. I didn't even realize, a lot of the decisions that I've made over the last 10 plus years in my career are focused on one specific event in my life. You see, in 1999, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And literally New Year's Day, I'm sitting on the MRI bed listening to this machine click and whir around me. And one of the things I began to realize is that I was not really doing what I felt I was really made for, built for. So I had a lot of time to reflect, and I had a conversation with God, and it was one of those really cathartic moments for me. I began to realize, and I asked the question, God, I've been through, 2 major car wrecks, a plane crash, and now being diagnosed with MS. What is it you really want from me in life? What am I here for? And it's through that revelation that I began down a path of identifying that really my heart and passion is for helping people change and create new habits and behaviors that transform their lives. And so everything that we've done with Maximum Acceleration for the last 10 plus years has been focused on that one initiative and goal, which is helping you radically improve your results and skills as you move forward. So I frequently say, my purpose in life and my goal is service to my faith, service to my family, and service to other people. And through those 3 initiatives, that's how I create the vision of what I want my life to look like. So the next step is we've got a very simple tool, and attached to this message, you're going to be able to download the action guide that you see on the screen here. It starts with this purpose and personal goals vision. So I want you to spend some time to reflect on what ideally 12 months from now do you want your business and life to look like? What is your vision for where you want to be 12 months down the road? Maybe another way of asking the question is, let's say we're sitting here 12 months from today looking back at what we've accomplished. What would have to be there for you to feel like you've made significant goals or significant progress towards the vision of what you want your life to look like? Because that's the first and foremost step, is really creating that very clear picture of what you want your business and life to look like and why. From there, then I want you to drill down and just at a very high level, more of that ultimate vision, do I want to go to Chicago or New York type thing, decide what are the 2 or 3 most significant goals or changes you would like to see happen in your business over the next 12 months that would have the greatest impact on you achieving your goals. So, like for example, maybe you're one of my clients, Randall Brower, who spoke on our Purchase Power Up panel, and he said, before getting into coaching, he was talking about he just wanted his life back. I mean, he was doing great loan production, 10, 12 loans a month consistently, but he was working 60, 70-hour weeks and burned out. And he just wanted to get some of his life back. So maybe it's about being able to do the same volume of work in 30 or 40 hours less a week. Well, now through the coaching work that we've done together, Randall is able to work typically a 35 to 40-hour week. He's got a great support team in place that also are very committed and work, normal work hours. Nobody's being stressed to the absolute limit or pushed to the level of a heart attack. But they're cranking out around 12 to 15. They're cranking out consistently 15 plus loans a month now. And it's all as a result of the work we've done over the last 12 to 18 months to help him make strategic changes to how the team functions, who does what parts of the loan process, how the communication is streamlined and made more efficient through better leveraging of lending underwriting guidelines, as well, that has created the ability for him and his team to do significantly more volume and drastically reduce the amount of work hours he's spending per file. Now, for you, maybe your vision isn't about, getting your time back. Maybe it's about getting your production back on track. If you've then focused totally on refinance business a couple of years, and now you've got to shift to focusing on purchase business. So maybe one of your most significant goals that you're going to put down towards the bottom of the sheet is develop 5 committed business development partnerships with realtors or financial planners that turn into at least 1 good lead a month, or at least 2 good leads a month and 1 good closed loan a month. Defining a specific goal that has measurable results and a specific time frame is a critical element of being able to actually accomplish that goal. So that's what we'll talk about a little bit more as we go through this process with you over the next couple of days, but I want to stop there for the time being. The last thing I want you to think about today, though, is the volume goals exercise. Now, prior to the event, last week we sent out another video that walked you through how to do your 2014 income and volume goals exercise, how to determine what lead volume you needed each week, and then what your stretch goals were. If you haven't seen, go back to that video if you haven't done this already, and use the spreadsheet attached to that to determine, what you need to be doing on a weekly basis throughout the year to sustain the income level that you want to achieve, and what are the stretch goals that you need to be working towards, and what does that lead flow look like to make sure that you will hit your numbers every single week and that you will be growing towards the volume that you would like to see you and your business doing by the end of October 2014. You see, this is a 12-month journey we're beginning today, and I want to encourage you to take every initiative to take it to the next level. So tomorrow I'll be watching for the next video in the series where we'll talk a little bit about obstacles, challenges, and difficulties that you're going to experience along the path to achieving that ultimate goal and vision of where you want to be a year from now. But for now, wish you all the greatest success. If there's anything else my team or I can do to help you with growing your business, please don't hesitate to raise your hand and let us know. You can go to our website, www.mexcelcoach.com. On that, you can request information for a strategy session. By the way, if you go mexcelcoach.com/strategy, you'll be able to request a strategy session or one of our group coaching experience events, which is a huge opportunity to be able to help you take it to the next level. Also, if you're interested, if you missed out on the Planning to Win Summit and you'd like to be able to have some direct support and guidance on how to achieve those goals and how to get through this process on a more in-depth basis, we do have copies available on a home study course version of it, available on a limited time frame for only $147. We'll be closing that down about a week. We'll be closing that down around the 7th of November. So make sure you want to go ahead and act fast on that if you want to go ahead and take advantage of. We're going to be batching out another package of these DVDs, and we obviously need to make sure we're ordering enough quantity to make it worth it. So want to go ahead and get those pre-orders and registers in as fast as possible. Otherwise, like I said, if there's anything else my team or I can do to help or support you in the growth of your business, don't hesitate to ask. Make it a great week, everybody.